pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everybody. Call the meeting to order. We have a quorum. Take the motion to approve the agenda in the minutes. I'll second it. Any discussion? All in favor, aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Good morning, Rich.
Morning. The culvert on Corner Street, they got the deck off at the door of the weekend, so the pipe's getting pulled up. We're just verifying some elevations. I'm gonna guess if we get everything cleared up, it'll be a day or two and we'll have that. We do have to cut the road down a little bit. The main goal is to get the pipe put back in, and if we gotta cut the road later, we'll cut the road later, but just to get it across.
Sure.
DNR called last week. Up on Rice Lake, we had put the culvert across the two. They want to put their control structure back in, which is fine. They're not gonna be working. They'll just maybe have some equipment around there, but they're gonna put that in. But then on Grouse south of 440th, that's is that that slough there,
Rice Lake.
is it still, it's well, is it still Rice? No, it's
Goose something.
Goose, yeah.
Goose Lake.
So on 440th on Grouser, we've got two big round pipe there, and the DNR is talking about, I think I brought this up a while ago, but it kind of went by the wayside. They want to take those out and put new box culvert structures in so they can do a control structure there too.
Oh.
They may ask, and I don't know where we want to be with it, but they may ask if we want to help participate in the costs. So we'll see.
What's the condition of our pipes?
Yeah.
I think right now they're probably not in that bad a shape, but obviously it's a convenience for them to be putting square pipe in so they can put their control structure in. So we'll just, he hasn't done any full blown, TJ used to work at the DNR. He's no longer there. So I'm working with a new guy. And he thought at one time there was conversations, and I vaguely remember a conversation with TJ, but I think even then I'm like, well, not my problem, but we'll just kind of play it by ear and see what it is. What the costs are, really what we should participate in.
Well, it just depends. I mean, if our pipes are in pretty good shape, our cost should be little to nothing.
Right,
If they were in tough shape, guys would mind participating somewhat, but
well,
Repave it or rock it, whatever you gotta do, but other than that, I don't know.
right.
it's a gravel road. Okay.
So I'm kind of on the fence, like, you put something new in there, then everything's kosher again, but if we aren't having a problem. And if it's the DNR, that's one thing. If it's a drainage district, it's another thing, right? We're still on the hook for paying for it if it's a drainage district, but.
I guess if some of those pipe are good enough to be reused somewhere else, maybe,
Yeah, so-
we got some.
So we don't have anything in writing or anything. He just kind of brought up saying this is on the radar. We wanted to do something here. So just kind of give you guys a little heads up, but. So. That's all I really got for you this morning.
If you get anything for Rich?
Are we getting any closer to numbers? Cause I'm doing a budget amendment and I was just wondering if I should throw anything in for buildings or not yet.
I contacted Jason and I haven't, we were gonna have another meeting, but we haven't had anything scheduled yet to talk about. What we wanna do with ours.
Yeah, I know. I think he's got conservation figured out. I think they've got it figured out. That's gonna go to bid first. So probably, I don't remember if he had estimates on that one or not. Cost estimates, that would be the one for sure. That will go get bid right away and hopefully get some work for somebody this winter. And then secondary roads will probably go to bid this winter sometime for spring work. So I guess we probably should put something in there just to cover it.
And it doesn't have to be right now, but it has to be before we start spending money. So
Yeah,
I just wanted to keep it on your radar.
But you don't have no idea.
not on that one. He had estimates on the office and his building, but that remodel, they were gonna get things figured out. I don't know if he did come up with an estimate because he wasn't sure at the time, but they do have a plan now. They're putting together and this should be going up for bids here shortly.
Should get that figure for sure.
Right, I'll talk with him and see if he's got any estimates on that remodel. So then maybe we at least throw that in the budget amendment, so we know we're covered there.
Mhm.
And then worst case, if we get something bid out and gets into spring before, we might have to do an amendment. Maybe like towards the last one of the year, hopefully,
Mhm.
something like that to cover
Yeah, cause the
all
last one will be before May 31st.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, maybe, yeah, April or May or whatever, when we start doing that last one. If we have to make some adjustments for those, the office structure and the shop. Go from there, but I'll talk with Jason, I'll get you a number, or see if he's got a number.
okay, thank you.
Dennis Pop was working on a repair for Bart's, Dennis Bart's.
Oh, there's another one.
And it was one we approved, there's intake there, it was right, I think it's in the ditch. And they weren't sure about leaving the intake or taking the intake out. I told them to leave it, fix it right. Because they say water does come out of it and then goes back down. To me, that's pressure relief, gonna stop something else from blowing out one end or the other, so I don't know if, when that bill comes in, if you'll get any of that or not. Because if it's in the ditch or right next to the ditch, I guess I'm not sure, but it is a drainage district tile that we had approved a couple months ago, but he called me and asked me about that, and it was a problem. Denny Bart's was on the fence on whether to keep it or not, but I said, there's water boiling out of it, we're leaving pressure.
Yeah.
And that's what we want, this way we don't have blowout somewhere else, so.
Right.
But just in case, there may be, I don't know if you'll see that part of the bill, but.
Alright.
Like I said, that's part of whatever Val knows the drainage district of it, so. Anything else?
She's got a folder.
Yeah. Anything else for, Rich, yes? Okay, drainage, didn't see any claims. So we've got Rob Nelson, DD 6 lat 9Y. You're not the woods, Mark, know anything about it? Silver Lake. Silver Lake. 475th and somewhere. There's just a tile blowout. On the lat 9, and have Rognus fix it. Their motion to approve it?
So moved.
I'll second it.
Okay, any discussion on it? All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? And then. D19 Main. Dennis Pop was doing a private tile repair and the problem was at the main. So they made a repair there. He had called me while they were out there and I just told them to go ahead and fix it since they already mobilized in there. And not have to wait for us to approve it, so. He did make the proper repairs. We're just keeping it on paper, so Val has record of it. So is there a motion to approve DD 19 main repair?
I'll make that motion.
Okay, second it. All in favor, aye? Aye, opposed? Motion carries. Okay, anything else, drainage, gentlemen? No, thank you. Some expenses.
Yeah, people still don't understand the every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I think some of those bills could be pulled online and people choose not to do it, so.
Okay.
We just keep working through it.
Is there a motion to approve expenses?
So moved. I'll second it.
Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Carries. We need reports?
Oh, I got more claims.
Oh, more claims, payroll? Is there a motion to approve payroll claim?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Yeah, we're second.
Second it.
All right, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Payrolls approved. No reports?
Hmm. No,
Payroll eligibility or salary changes? Both yours, Dan?
Yeah, both the two new deputies.
Oh, yeah, that's right, okay. I was gonna say. I'm trying to think, we had deputies approved and we had, or step up or whatever, so. Anyways, I need payroll approval for Cole and Christopher in the sheriff's office, new deputies.
I'll make that a motion.
I can second.
Okay, any discussion? That brings us up to 100% deputies now, Dan?
100%.
Fantastic.
One starts October 14th, the other starts October 15th.
Hopefully it'll stay.
All in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Motion carries.
so then in connection with those two. Just acknowledging that. Dan has deputized him.
Huh?
I don't need to sign anything, but those are the forms.
The ones.
Take a motion to approve the deputization of Cole and Chris in the sheriff's office.
So moved.
I'll second that.
Okay, any discussion on it? Hearing none, all in favor, aye? Aye, opposed? Okay. No liquor, no health equity, annual flex agreement.
It's that time of year again, it just flew by.
Holy cow, yes. Sorry, just signed this the other day, but.
Yeah.
All right, there a motion to approve our annual flex benefit agreement.
I'll make that a motion.
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion on it? Hearing none, all in favor, aye? Aye, opposed? Motion carries. Appointment, county inspector, I've had discussions with Christina from Snyder and Associates. They're working with Bolton and Mink in Greene County. Right now, they have kind of a joint agreement. Bolton and Mink will be doing all of the district tile inspections. And Snyder and Associates will be doing all the private and then anything needed for pipeline inspections. So Bolton and Mink will still be overseeing our drainage districts.
Okay, good.
So they're gonna get an agreement that's identical pretty much to Greene County and get it to us. So as soon as we see that, we can make the appointment. So hope we'll see something this week. I was hoping we'd see it last week, but it goes off. Jacob was, yeah, because Greene County, that's where Jacob's from.
Jefferson.
Jefferson, yeah, he said, so that's what they're doing there. Seems like a good thing, and then at least Bolton and Mink stays in on our stuff, so.
That's what, approved.
Yep, so as soon as that agreement comes across, we'll do the appointment and approve that agreement at the same time.
Sounds good.
Anything building and grounds? Sounds like Midwest was here again,
Yep,
so they found some more issues.
well, something about, he said that and I'm not a construction person at all, and why nobody caught this before, but he said that the tin wasn't put on right,
Right.
so that it was blowing in. So then he said something about maybe putting tin over it, or I don't know, they're gonna work up a bid.
It's got an idea how to fix it.
Right, well, it's,
You mentioned that last week, that it was going the wrong direction or something like that.
And
and it's kind of weird because what they did fix took care of it for a while. So it must have been a heavier rain or something and allowed it to get in
the wind was
somewhere else,
blowing.
different way, yeah. So allowed to get in another place and that makes it kind of a pain in the butt, so.
Well, and then the next question is, and he said that he thought it was solid up there,
Yeah,
but yeah, I don't know if it's affecting any of the rafters or insulation or anything in there. Probably should be looked at from the other side too.
Right, once it gets fixed.
And then you always wonder about mold.
yeah, if they get that figured out, we can look into the rest and try to see what's going on, at least get the water stopped. You here for building and grounds discussion, sir?
I I have court in a little bit. I thought I would just poke my head in and make sure there's no fires that need to be put out.
No, I believe, the zoning board met last Monday, going through that. And so they can get a draft ready for the public portion of it.
But they didn't like my draft?
No, they just, went through
Are they trying to put it in?
well, they want, basically whatever changes or adjustments they're looking at, that's what they're looking at. They're just gonna make those changes, and then that would be the one that goes out to public, so, yeah, what you had was fine, they're just, anything they wanted.
Well, it wouldn't hurt my feelings. Let's be clear on that.
Yeah,
No proprietary ownership over any of that.
we got the hay ground that's all done, so I don't think we have anything else
That's all I can think
we need from Jeff now, do we?
Oh, yeah.
I think we've got everything done that we were looking at.
Are we hearing anything on that, the wind farm?
That's a bear I don't wanna poke, I wanna call
Yeah,
that
I was gonna say,
judge and ask her, but I really don't want to.
Well,
don't want to matter.
You can't. If I were to see her, I might just,
If you do see her, we just, ask the question.
but
A lot of questions.
it would be as a non-participant, and just curious when it was coming out, but I haven't heard anything from anyone.
October was a year of our court
Yeah.
date,
You can
Yeah.
find out, that'd be awesome.
right?
There's
We
a lot
don't,
of questions.
we don't like.
I don't normally see her, so
Okay.
I don't.
We don't
know
either.
if she's
Yeah.
here this afternoon or not, so.
We try to avoid her, but it's not.
So, okay, well, if we need anything else, we will holler, Jeff.
Sounds good.
Thank you.
Dead man walking. What is it, 90 days?
92.
You got a couple vacations scheduled?
Not today,
That's-
but,
He already took the,
Well, it's an elected official. He doesn't get any official vacation.
That's
so
right.
you-
right,
right.
take them when you get it.
You're a fool to work.
You look a little sick. You want?
I love that.
I turned 60 today, so.
Oh, then I would give you,
Yeah, no cake?
you'd be taking the day off, wouldn't you? Happy birthday.
Had a couple things, get a couple deputies hired here, so.
Anything else, building and grounds? We're all good so far? Okay, we'll move on to our water main project, so tower people are coming today to put chlorine up in that tower, I think later this week or first part of next week, they're gonna switch over one of the well pumps, get that running, make sure that's kosher, then they'll switch to second well pump, and then we'll be able to fill that tower. And if we get good disinfection samples, then we'll be able to put that tower in service, but LM pump is, the stuff should be in this week, so.
Good.
And then,
We got soft water at least now.
yeah, you guys saw that email, they finally got problems figured out, I know. Casino is looking at putting some additional treatment in their facility, cause their kitchen equipment's very sensitive. And then now with them one in the hotel, everything is white linens, of course, so they wanna get the best water they can, so. Hopefully with us doing that, their additional equipment will be minimal, and that's the way it should be. So I've had a couple conversations with Scott Smith, but they're understanding, especially when they're paying 80% of the water bill now, so.
Super hard water.
I tried giving him the facility, but he didn't want nothing to do with it.
Okay.
You get anything from me? They're
No.
calling me upstairs.
So, yeah, anyways, that's looking better out there. And Jason did get a capital improvement plan, what people thinks would be needed to be updated as we go on, so our water rates should be coming, hopefully, that's all he was waiting on, was that, to make sure the numbers were proper for what the adjustments are gonna be, so hopefully we'll be ready to post that and put it out for ordinance change. And then he is gonna exercise those other wells out there for us while they're putting the new well pumps in. They're bringing some portable stuff to exercise them to keep the DNR happy, so we can still use them if we ever need to. North Betco, Melissa.
I had a PDI last week and I got some pretty good information. It was a good conversation. There was a lot of things going on in Marshalltown, so. And then Wednesday, I have the ABI Manufacturing Conference And that is in Ames or Ankeny, one or the other. I have to check my schedule. But other than that, I think that's about it.
All right. Any more phone calls on those lots yet?
That answer.
Thank you, Melissa.
You bet.
People service has nothing, we kinda just went through all that, department head discussion. Anything there? Supervisor weekly, eminent domain commission appointments, I've got a commitment. You probably haven't seen the application yet, okay, Andrea Lee, she lives down, about straight south of Grafton, out in the country there. She's a realtor, been working with Chris Gordon for a number of years, and she's official realtor just in the last year or two, I think, so she said she'd be willing to do it. So.
Okay.
I would make a motion to approve Andrea Lee to the eminent domain commission. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? All right, Andrea's on our commission and that one's full again. And she will be getting you an application, Jackie.
Okay.
For our regional housing, Julie Robb is looking to step away.
Yeah, and she has been for a while, she just wants to be done by year end.
The end of the year, and her, that turns through next year, right?
Yeah,
Through 25, so.
yeah,
Connie Toff didn't wanna do it.
not all the time,
Full-time.
yeah,
Okay,
so that could be another realtor or whatever. We put, yeah, and then housing knowledge would probably be
yeah,
helpful.
yeah. Okay, well, guess we can start thinking of somebody and try to find someone for at the end of the year.
And
But,
maybe look on eminent domain and see if anybody would want another job,
no,
because hopefully eminent domain isn't very. It's a list that hopefully they don't use very often.
right. Yeah. See if anybody wanna double up. But Connie was okay with just being part-time or,
Sounded
alternate.
like it.
Okay. Okay,
I
Alright.
didn't get her resignation anyway.
okay,
I just know she doesn't wanna do the full-time one.
yeah. Yeah, 'cause I think those are monthly,
Yes, they are.
so maybe if we get two people that don't mind switching back and forth a little bit, as long as we have some representation there. The county anyways, so. Okay, let's start looking. Anything, Supervisor Weekly, Enos, what you had?
I had no formal meetings.
Mark?
At Board of Health, after the meeting Monday. Just updated on financials, actually met some staff that I've never met before, so I've been there many years. Everything seems to be going real well over there. I think Shanna found some more, grants to apply for and got a couple more and got some stuff she's still working on, so she's continually finding more and more money out there that's available to service and fund public health, so that's great.
Good.
She's made it a lot more visible too.
Yes, just a little more public awareness. Real nice article in the paper here this past week from Chris.
Yeah, really good article.
Things are going well. I think we're headed in the right direction, hopefully, so.
Speaking of visibility of public health. Those bushes out there.
Oh, yes.
Taking they run their life expectancy, I think. Would we like to see if we can find somebody to tear those out and bring some rock in there and clean that up? See if we can get for a price on it, just do it, I don't think it takes.
Who does that kind of stuff?
There's a kid down at Manly that does a lot of that, Cole Whitty. He does some landscaping stuff down there, just. like
Basically,
check
get them
the
ripped
family,
out
have
and
them
get
come-
refab, make sure the rock's in place.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, just kind of do that and then they
Get rid of the stuff and just put rock down.
make rock and make it look good, and then if it needs to be sprayed every so often for.
It's good enough looking building, you don't need
Yeah.
to cover it up anyway, and
Right. And there's.
We always trim the bushes and then they die and
There's more maintenance to the bushes and everything else, and
that's what I'd say.
we've got enough green grass around the area, so.
If you get a guy who wants to yank them out, let's do it.
Okay, I'll reach out to him, see if he wants to get us a price on that then.
Better for snow removal and everything.
Would he be willing to do a touch up over here? Cause
Sure.
there's a tree coming out of the one, or a volunteer tree coming out of the one tree on that side.
Hmm.
In the front, and then this could use some trimming and
It's
pulling
perfect
out
time in the fall,
whatever.
isn't it, to just
Yeah.
trim and pull this stuff
Do the
out?
whole works.
Yeah.
Wash it up.
Maybe if we need a little more rock in here too, then we
Yeah.
can take care of that. Okay, I'll talk with him and see if I can't meet up here with him and look at both of them. And then, get a price from him, so.
And then I don't know, I mean, maybe get Dan's opinion, but that bush in the back is really tall and I don't
It
know.
needs to be trimmed down,
Yeah,
depending on which one you're
'cause
talking about.
if anybody would hide behind it, or whatever, you know,
Yeah.
that's just a safety thing.
Yeah,
Okay, we'll talk with him on that too then.
Thanks.
clean it up.
I had Care Connections last week and we went and, Care Connections will be submitting, RFP for that new or a new district, they're calling it, their regions now to be a district. So we kind of went through that. Melissa and her team had put together a very multiple page draft, but it was very well written. We kind of went through and cleaned it up with a fine tooth comb. She's gonna send it out to us here when she gets it all done. She's reaching out for letters of recommendation. She's gonna reach out to Dan and get one from him, because I know he's been nothing but happy since the transition of going with Care Connections. So hopefully with a little luck, they'll get that, and our region will stay within this district now, which will be everybody we had before minus Osceola County. We would pick up Emmett, Sac, Webster, I think one other. So a few new counties, but like I say, size wise, it would be similar as far as population goes. Which I think is what we need, and we'd still be the smallest region as far as population, so I think that's where we wanna be. And we got familiar people doing it, so. Otherwise, everything's going good over there, so. Any for next week's agenda or future agendas?
That's what I can think of.
Did you guys get an email on this? Deal with the Diamond Joes on the pipelines in the county?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, pipeline awareness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever attended that?
I've attended one a long time ago, not out there, some kind of pipeline safety thing, I know.
Yep, that's-
Kenny and I did one time.
There's one coming up October 7th.
It's,
I go to them because we need them for hazmat hours for the fire department, so. I usually attend. The free meal,
yeah, it's not bad.
just go through pipeline safety for a couple hours and. Your local pipeline people that have pipes in your counties, you know, get your line, Black Hills, Magellan. You know, whoever's got fuel runs or the representatives all there, and they kind of tell you what they got, how much they're transporting, that kind of stuff, so. The annual thing, I think they all have to do. And then all fire departments have to keep up on their hours, so that's where we all get some of ours and. Just good county outreach, so. Not be obligated, but if you wanna go,
It's coming up October 7th.
yeah.
I'm gonna post that then, if a couple
Yeah,
of them
probably.
are gonna be
I
there.
post that.
Yeah, I suppose. I'm gonna be there as a firefighter, not a supervisor.
Still.
Just don't talk to each other.
See on the other side.
You'll be dressed, proper attire.
Oh,
Probably have my work clothes. Yeah, probably better put that down just in case. but- Other than that, if there's nothing else. I'd take a motion to adjourn.
I will make a motion to adjourn.
No second.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.